Welcome back everyone, Mudford here. Today I'm out in the shop working on my turbocharger on my 7.3 Powerstroke. It's out of my 2002 Ford F350. And what I'm doing today, I have the turbo already out of the truck because I was replacing the up pipes, which are leaking badly. It's a pretty common problem on these trucks. So the turbo is already out. So if you don't have your turbo out, you're going to want to check out my video getting it to this point. So the turbo is out on the bench now, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be putting on a exhaust gas back pressure valve delete kit. We're going to be replacing the turbo wheel with a Wicked wheel and installing a Banks Big Head Wastegate actuator.
If you've watched any of our videos and our projects and they've helped you out any way, or if you really enjoyed them, you can hit the like button, you can comment on the videos, you can share the videos with your friends on social media so that other people will watch them. That'll help us out a lot. And you know those annoying ads that come on and there's a skip button? Just don't hit the skip button. It doesn't cost you anything, just watch the ad all the way through. That really helps us smaller channels out a lot. And if the ad is anything even remotely something you might be interested in, go ahead and click it because that really helps us out. So thanks a lot.
Here is the Wicked wheel. It's a real one. Costs a little bit more, but has the right part number stamped on it. Part number stamped on it there, and it is cast or stamped into the aluminum here. It's not going to focus right there. And then we also have the Banks Big Head we're putting on when we have it out. The only thing that came with any kind of instructions is the Banks. And then I also got the exhaust back pressure valve delete kit. So that is this. This goes on the outlet of the turbo on the exhaust side, and then it comes with the new pedestal and all the hardware and O-rings to go with that. First thing we got to do is pop the keeper off the wastegate. Don't even need to worry because we got a new one with it. Now we need to take these two bolts out here, I believe they're 10 millimeter, and then get the wastegate right off and out of the way. Our old one has an exhaust back pressure valve here, and we are deleting that out. So our new one doesn't have that. We're going to replace the exit on the turbo for one that doesn't have the valve in here. Okay, we're not going to need this anymore. You can see it does kind of stick closed a little bit, and this does restrict your exhaust flow a little bit. Probably not too big of a deal. Next thing I'm going to do is take this side off the turbo, the cold air side, and we're going to take the old wheel off. Okay, there's that. We're going to clean this out while we have it off. Here's the old wheel. Should just spin right off. We're going to hold it on the back side. Hold the hot side of the turbo, the blade, with my welding glove, and then zap this out with the impact. Okay, we got the old wheel off. Here's the old wheel. The new wheel is a little bit different design. It's supposed to flow air better. We'll see how it works. You don't have to worry too much about getting the wheel tight. It will tighten itself. I'm just going to hold the other side with my welding glove. Then I'm just going to clean this up a little bit with some brake parts clean on a paper towel before I put it back together. Okay, I got it all cleaned up. Now we're ready to put the housing back together on it. It goes just like that. Okay, once you get this together, you just want to make sure that your wheel still spins free. There's no binding or scraping. Now that we're done with the wheel and we don't have to try to hold this side of the turbine, we're going to go ahead and put the new exit side on. We got some new bolts for that. Now that we have the turbo all back together, we just need to put the new Banks wastegate on. First thing we're going to do is get it bolted into the housing. Comes with new nuts right on the stud for it. 1/16 is fitting.
Somehow I lost my footage that I had of setting up this wastegate. So I'm just going to try to talk you through it real quick of what I did. So the wastegate linkage is down on the turbo housing on the lower right hand corner, and it's pointing almost up in the photo that we have here. And what you need to do is make sure it's turned all the way to the left until the wastegate is closed. And then what you need to do is spin the rod end until the wastegate actuator will slip over where it fits onto that linkage, where the clip hooks in to hold it on. Once you do that, what Banks recommends for this is 4 full turns of preload. So when it slips onto the actuator linkage easily, you're going to take it back off and move it out of the way a little bit and go ahead and spin it 4 turns tighter. And then the way they recommend putting it back on is to take some compressed air from your blowgun, from your air compressor, and kind of control a little bit of air going in to the air fitting, which would be in the upper left hand corner, and that's going to allow the rod to move out some. So you have to be really quick and be ready and get it to go onto the linkage, because the spring, as soon as you release the air, the spring is going to pull the rod back to the left. So once you do that, then you'll be good and you can go ahead and put the clip on. And what the 4 turns of preload does is it just makes it that much harder for the wastegate to open when it's ready to open.
Make sure you don't lose that clip. It's pretty hard to find if it shoots across the garage. We just have to tighten down the jam nut now, and this turbo will be ready to be reinstalled.
If you're thinking about doing these mods on your truck, the reason why you would do them is the wicked wheel will allow your turbo to spool up a little faster and give you more horsepower at a lower RPM range. It's kind of a big common problem with these trucks, is it takes the turbo a while to spool up and give you the power that you want. The wicked wheel just makes that happen at a little bit lower RPM, a little quicker. And the Banks Big Head, what it does is at higher RPMs, it gives you a little bit more boost. So it opens the wastegate a little bit slower because the spring in the wastegate actuator is a little heavier and keeps it closed that much longer. So if you're towing or accelerating hard, it'll just give you a little bit more boost. So that's what that does. So you can expect quicker spool up and more boost at higher RPMs. So it's really a good combination, and it'll help your performance of your truck quite a bit. And it's pretty easy to do, as you could see.